Welcome to the relationship theory 180. Okay. This might be another short form video, but it's definitely one that's on the list. I was thinking of value exchange systems. Emotionally. Value exchange systems, everyone. We can call it VES for short, but I've been building this concept for the last few, I'll say weeks. It's fairly new, but it's based off of most of what I've already shared here on the relationship theory and what I've written in books. But what is a value exchange system? Okay, so your body has several nodes that are the most familiar with the emotions that you experience or that bring you your storytelling experience, right? The thing that you expect to share with people in your life about what happens to you and about what you believe about yourself. Nodes, okay? And if I can give you an image, if this body was scanned and it presented to you a printout, almost like a very basic layer of a frame of your overall body structure, what nodes would show you is where on your body do your emotions build themselves the most. Where do most of your emotions coalesce in your body to give you familiarity with your body, right? Because it's through those places you allow energy to flow, and it's through those places that you allow life to flow and to be what it is to you. So when you get up and you breathe and you walk around, it's through these nodes in your body that hold the familiars most close to you, most familiar to you, that allow you to get up in the morning. So if you don't know why you get up in the morning, it's because you're not familiar with the nodes that are already there. You might know what you want in the future, but you're not familiar with the nodes that are already guiding your experience. So with that said, a value exchange system is what allows the nodes to remain in place across the network of emotions that everyone shares with you. Like this, if you have nodes that have emotions and that are the most familiar with the emotion of fear, like you will be operating from that network of fear. As long as you feel fear, the nodes in your body that you're used to sending emotions through, and the emotions that you are the most used to feeling, will need fear to power those emotions so that your life and the storytelling experience that you have about yourself and that you tell others and believe about yourself remain true. Likewise, a value exchange system can be set to something like love or passion. And so the nodes in your body are going to have different emotions, but those emotions are going to be what allows energy to flow through and what allows your storytelling experience to be what it does for other people and be what you believe about yourself. So that is a value exchange system. It's a network. The mainframe network, as you might say. So until you change the setting that the value exchange system relies on to power you, you will only ever be able to operate through those emotions on that level, right? So if you're ready to shift from fear to love, you'll have to go through experiences that move the nodes in your body. So you won't be able to exchange things and connect and interact with other people based off of fear any longer, because now you have to remain on the love level until all of the nodes and the emotions in your body shift around to grant you different experiences that you trust to move around in. So from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. By the way, nodes have most of their work done when you're sleeping and in your subconscious. So be sure to train your subconscious on where you want these nodes to reside in your body, your spiritual body, so that your physical and emotional body can follow. Right? Your physical body is the last thing you want to be concerned with when it comes to moving nodes around in your body, because your physical body is the result, as I say in Electromagnesis, the result of what you do with your mind and your emotions and with the electricity and magnetism. It's not because of, okay? You don't move your physical body first and think, oh, I'm making these things happen. No, it's something you believe in your mind that you've communicated to the inner world that is corresponding to the outer world, and that gets you the result that you want. It's always about the result. Even if the result sounds computational, once you realize that it's simply because you're exchanging things on a value layer system that allows you to even connect with other people, right? So just to refresh everyone, value exchange system is the overall emotion that you rely on to share emotions and values and information with people on the same level across the planet. Now, as a final mention, don't think that merely because you feel fear or your value exchange system or violence that your world is limited. The world, as I say in the Breakthrough Protocol, is always relying on alignment to give everyone what they want in this world. So if you believe that certain things require you to be afraid, to have them until you change that values exchange system, that layer, into something of love or passion or affection or faith or perseverance or persistence or passion, you will always be trying to get it at the lower level of things. You could even set the idea of frequencies aside for now, because if you think about it, the frequencies only really focus on what your eyes see. You know what your frequency is on if you detect what your emotions rely on to help you see the things that you see in your life. They say trust none of what you see and half of what you hear. Please do away with cliches when it comes to the nodes in your body, because they contain the emotions and the energy that flow through to power your experiences in this thing called life. So never neglect them. Don't neglect your eyes and your ears. You actually need them, because they inform you of how you view your life and what you think permits you to have the things that you have. So likewise, poverty. If in order to make the amount of money that you make right now, you need to be afraid of poverty, well, then you will only ever be capped at a maximum limit of whatever it takes for you to be permanently afraid of poverty. So you'll never be able to make enough, because you will only ever make enough to resist poverty. But in your definition of poverty, you're not resisting poverty. You're remaining at a level that allows you to interact with other people emotionally, that makes you all think, this is our battle, we're fighting against poverty, because that's the storytelling experience that you're having with yourself. So of course you'll laugh and belittle others who don't have enough quote-unquote money, because they're not playing on the same value exchange system that you are. If you need to be afraid of poverty, but other people need to be concerned or in love with, or let's say generous with their abundance, their value exchange system is going to convert their language into something that has nothing to do with you. It'll be irrelevant. Those people won't even see you. If you're the kind of person to belittle people who are actually in poverty, understand that is a game that you are playing exclusively with people who are actually in poverty. It does not allow you to see riches, because that your value exchange system doesn't play on the level of a belief about riches and abundance. You probably won't even use those words. Opulent, wealthy, rich, wallet, cash, profit, dividends. These words don't come to your mind when you are afraid of poverty. Those words don't come to your mind because you can't yield. These words don't come to your mind on a frequency that is concerned with poverty. You see, that is the power of a value exchange system. Now, note, from higher up in your frequency, in your value exchange system, you can use the words that you can see from lower frequencies. You just don't entertain them because, again, as you're down, you can only look up, but you're up. Your ceiling is capped by your value exchange system's emotional connection with other people in that realm. You cannot go higher. And you don't see those who are on a higher frequency. Likewise, though, fortunately for you, the people who are on a higher frequency never concern themselves with, even if they had the leisure or the luxury to concern themselves with anyone on a different value exchange system, because it would parry their moments with abundance and wealth and the frequency, the things that they need to see in their life on a daily basis. Those things would be so overwhelmingly prominent in their life that they honestly wouldn't even have the time. And to not have the time means you're not in their experience. You're obsolete. And to anything that rhymes with obsolete in their world automatically means whichever experience actually fits that is where they're going to be in their mind. Not in your world with a fear of poverty, because it doesn't rhyme. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's merely fear of poverty, value exchange system layer versus value exchange system. And there's only one person playing that battle. So let's recap. That's the whole thing there. If you want to focus on improving the emotions that you feel, which are guiding your life and the storytelling experience that you have about other people, with other people, and the belief about yourself, ask yourself, which value system, exchange system, do I rely on for my typical experience? You could even say this: if you become aware of emotions and how they play a part in your everyday existence, ask yourself, where is this emotion in my body? Where is it? You could even listen to your language when you talk to people, and then you can take some time away from them when you get home, say, a few moments in the bathroom, and think to yourself, where is this emotion in my body? If you tend to feel fear, say if your value exchange system is based on violence, if you tend to feel fear, ask yourself, where is fear typically residing in my body? And let your body tell you. Let your body point it out. I'll tell your body too. Point it out for me. Use my right hand and point out where in my body does it go. And then when it points it out, ask yourself then, why does the emotion of fear go in that particular place in my body? What is that about? And then let your body tell you the entire story. Once it tells you the entire story, since you have the node, you are now able to move the emotion around in your body. You could even ask this question immediately after all that. If I were to take this emotion that typically goes here and flip it to its highest possible positive vibration in my life, if it had a better place to be in my body from this moment on, where would it be? Let your body point it out. Just tell your body. Point out in my body, in my headspace, or anywhere around me, using my body, and let me know where emotions ought to be flowing through me. And once it points there, ask it, why? Because it allows this emotion to go through. Which emotion? What is the name of it? Let your body tell you. The emotion of love, faith, perseverance, conviction, faith, straightforwardness, directness. And then let those emotions play. From that day forward, let that emotion be exactly what it's supposed to be. Everyday experience. All it's doing is moving one node to the other. Your value exchange system is also going to shift, because if that's where one of most of the emotions in your life go just to motivate you, Imagine what it'll do if you tell the node that's motivating you to move somewhere else so that you can have a different experience on the same equivalency. And that is the power of alchemy, of manifestation, of electromagnesis, of resonance, of trusting yourself even. It's pretty powerful stuff. And it only really requires you to be curious, ask questions about yourself, get to know yourself better. You don't have to sit there journaling all the time. Journaling is great, just if it doesn't rhyme with your experience, you won't ever get to really enjoy it. It might not even be for you. I made this post, and this will be the final thing I say. I made this post, don't worry about that, on Threads, because I use Threads a lot, where I was saying kindness, not everyone should be kind. And what I mean by that is kindness might not be what the world needs from you as an individual. You just might be the kind of person who most people need patience with. They need to feel like someone is patient, and you are the person for that. They don't need you to be kind. The world needs kindness. The world needs love. Individually, what I can give you is patience. Let someone else be kind. I'm being kind and recognizing the value that I can offer, the virtue that I can offer you. Let me not rely on what everyone else says about what they think the world needs, because that's most likely what they need to be offering in particular. Don't let anyone else tell you what you should be offering to the world, because they're most likely the ones who are trying to convince themselves not to do it. Don't be like them. If you observe them, take it as a lesson. If you feel the need to let other people know why they should be doing something that sounds good, it's probably because they're the ones who need to do it, and they're not yet convinced. They haven't yet persuaded themselves to move that node around in their body and convince them to have a better day, convince themselves to have a better day. And with that, I'll see you soon. Enjoy on